Well, hello everybody. I hope everyone's been doing very well out there. It's been a little while. Been wanting to post a video about this. So today we're going to go back to the holidays. See, you got a little hat on. And we're going to talk about this thing right over here. Very excited to tell you about it. So Christmas Eve I had been freaking out because in the last few years we've had technical difficulties with our cameras. We had used an older JVC DVC video camera in the past, and that's actually been the most reliable camera. The only thing with this camera was that it's standard definition and it's digital video cassette tape, which you've got to transfer to the computer with FireWire. Pretty much all of the recent years we have tried to do high definition video with either the phones or an SLR camera, but in both cases we've ran into some technical difficulties with those, and this has happened too many times. Even with the best batteries, fully charged, you run into the problem where the camera dies suddenly and it somehow didn't figure out how to save the video and shut the shutter and turn itself off in that order, or switch it and shut the shutter and save the video. I don't really care, but it doesn't do either of that. It just dies. So you end up left with a fragment file of all the video frames and audio data that you gotta find, and to this day I still have not figured out how to get that fragment file converted into video. What it's missing is it's just missing the header from my understanding, and it just has all the frame and audio data, but because it doesn't have the header, it doesn't really know how to work it. So there might be something out there to fix it. I don't know. If you know of anything, please tell me in the comments. So I decided this year just to keep it simple. You know, we know that the SLR and the phone aren't the best for reliability purposes, so let's just go with the JVC. I got like 3 batteries for it. I got a bunch of tapes for it. That was the game plan. Well, I couldn't find the extra batteries, and I found one, but that was the one that was in the bag. But the other ones were somewhere else, and the external charger. So she ended up cleaning off her memory card, and we just decided that, well, we're just going to make the best out of it. We'll start with the JVC, and we'll move on to the SLR and the phone when it becomes necessary. I should have thought about this whole camera thing like weeks ago, but the holidays are just so busy that it just slipped my mind. Alright, so here's where it gets fun. I woke up Christmas morning, and it's just around the same time as everyone else, coincidentally. I don't know, maybe the kids were waiting to hear us or whatnot, but so I get up, and I'm about to get ready to film everybody, and my wife says she's decides that she's going to do the filming and give me a little break, which was very nice. We tend to usually what I do is I'll go into the living room, and I'll get a scope of the presents that Santa brought, and then the kids will kind of come in one by one, and I'll just try to film their first reaction, because you really can't get that twice. So my wife ended up doing that for me, which was kind of cool, because I got to curl the kids up, and I actually had my phone going. I always have my phone going. I'm always filming everything for the video, because I figured, well, maybe I can do like a little B-roll thing, and we could switch back and forth with like them like walking into the room, and then do a quick switch to the camera that my wife had, and them walking into the room. So once everyone was done, I forgot to turn it off, or whatever the case was. I was just in the moment. I go in, and so I see this tripod sitting there with a camera on it, and I'm just kind of like looking at this. I'm like, what? What is that?
Looks like the tripod.
Yeah, what's on it?
I don't have my glasses. I can't see.
You know, I was so confused at the moment, and it was really funny. I'm so confused.
How are you confused? Your dad's confused by whatever's on the tripod.
I'm very confused. I can almost say that I almost never get surprised anymore. You know, big surprises. So this was pretty refreshing, and you know, still like a shock. I felt like a kid again. I mean, you know, it's just really cool to not expect something. So it was an awesome start to the morning and a very refreshing day. It was definitely a very magical day. So, you know, when I saw the camera, there was a bow on it, but no tag or anything like that. It was just, you know, just a very casual bow. You know, so no one fessed up to it. So it makes you wonder, you know, like who did it come from? I wonder. But even the children's gifts all have tags from the big guy himself. So I guess we'll just kind of leave this at a mystery. So upon first use of this, I was pretty nervous because there was a continuous clock that runs on in the camera. Looks like I've been videoing for 8 hours. I don't know. Oh no, that's the time. It has 4 hours of video on it.
Almost 4.5, it says.
And I wanted to make sure that everything worked properly because you just really can't redo Christmas morning. Okay, rewrap your gifts and act surprised. Seriously, I do say that. Anyway, so we did a test take and then played it back on the TV. So if I record, no, it's pause. No, wait, it's recording. No, wait, but working. All right. I can tell you more about how that went because that's kind of got to go in my review of how it works. Overall, this camera works awesome, but you know, there's some quirks. So we'll do like a little sound comparison going back and forth as I'm talking right now, just trying to see how the microphone performs on the new camera versus the cell phone microphone. You would assume that the shotgun is better. Part of it is that it's a very directional mic, so it should be coming right at me, whereas the camera mic, this cellular phone microphone, should be very wide in its direction and kind of like all over the place. We'll certainly see when I put this video together how things turned out. The one thing that I noticed with trying to set this thing up is that the zoom on the camera is more wide, which is actually more appealing to me than the phone camera. The phone is like just almost right up on me, and it just feels so natural. I feel like I'm not in the shot at all. Whereas when I have this thing set up, it's like 2 feet back at least to get the same frame. The only problem with that is I'm having trouble being able to record both at the same time, which is what I wanted to do a test comparison. The one thing I can tell you is that I know on the phone that the phone only has auto white balance, and if I put up something that's pure white up on here, it will change the whole color of the background, and you can see that in a couple of the videos I've done. Whereas this, you can set the white balance, and I've already tested that out, and it works. So that's one thing, besides that this is full high definition where my phone is not. So I had lots of ideas for videos from the beginning of this year, and this was one of them. January was a pretty busy month, and some things happened to me that pretty much prevented me from actually putting together this video, which is why I'm doing it right now. And I'm going to tell you about that in the next video. Let me know what you think about this camera and what you think about this video. This is a video about life, about the holidays, and about excitement, and not so much a review like this. And I'll tell you, you just never know what my next video is going to be. Except this time, because I told you I'm going to talk about the New Year's.
Hey, ho, ho, ho!
Ho, ho, ho!
Ho, ho, ho! No, get it! Ho, ho, ho!
Why don't you get this? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment.
Not done. No, I'm not done.
We're not done.
Adios. A day now. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you soon. Bye. Bye. Not yet. I'm not done. Yeah.
Say bye bye.
No, I'm not done. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You want this hat?
The new Santa Claus. Adios. It's called adios. Adios. It's saying goodbye in Spanish. Or as I like to call it, Espanol.